And they end up like making out, sucking face, and I'm like, you didn't give any of that to Pedro.
But I'll be on it always, always and ever.
Hey queens, welcome back to my queen cave. My name is Shelby, queen of the queen cave, and today we are back with another recap of 90 Day The Single Life, season 5, episode 11, The Art of the Slow Fade. So we're starting off with Kim. Her and Jamal land in the UK. They're driving through the city, and it just reminded me so much of Bridgerton. I loved the vibe. When they get to her hotel, Wayne has some nice gifts waiting for her and Jamal, which I thought was really sweet of him. But Kim is explaining that she wants to be cautious and she wants to start applying these lessons that she's learned in all of her past failed relationships. But she also says she wants to leave this trip with her and Wayne being in a relationship. So I don't understand how she can say she wants to start applying these lessons that she's learned, but then in the same sentence say that she hopes they leave in a relationship. It's like, girl, you guys just met. It's okay to slow down and get to know this person. Yeah, for a few months before you guys start actually dating. And later on in the episode, when they go on a date, Wayne is already talking about, oh, let's get comfortable, before we start getting into bed. And I was like, what? Why are we talking about getting into bed already? That kind of threw me off. But other than that, I feel like overall, Wayne seems like a pretty nice guy for her. But we get more into that later on in the episode. Next we get over to Courtney and Colt. And oh my gosh, Courtney... I don't know what else to say at this point. I don't get it. Why the fuck? First of all, why are you offering to pick him up from the airport? I don't understand why she is doing that. I don't know why she's offering her services by any means to this fool. But on top of that, she has flowers and a sign.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Can anyone explain why she did that? Can anyone explain why she felt the need to not only pick him up from the airport, but then gift him with some flowers and a cardboard box sign that she made? What was that for, Courtney? Please explain quickly, because I'm not getting it. Courtney says she's struggling between her heart and her mind, and that's what has her so conflicted. And I'm like, girl, fuck the heart. Get that out the way. Use your brain, please. You already know all the answers to these questions, and you feeling like, oh, well, my heart is telling me one thing, your heart is lying to you. It's a whole bunch of bullshit, and I know you can see that. So Courtney's asking Colt, if he went back to Brazil to see Diana, and Colt says yes, he went back there. We get some footage of him there, and he seemed like he was having a grand old time, and I'm like, it seems like Courtney was never in the picture according to these photos. Like, you didn't seem to have this much fun with Courtney, and she was doing all she was doing for you. It's just so fucked up. I don't know how Colt can feel okay with moving the way that he's moving, because clearly he is okay with it because he keeps doing it. I don't know what goes on in his pea brain, but it doesn't make any sense to me. But in the footage that we get with him and Diana, he's already telling her that he loves her. That's what I'm saying. I have nothing to say, because it's just a whole bunch of ridiculous bullshit that just keeps going on and on. It's like, at this age, Colt, you have it's clear you have this arrested development. You are stuck in this teenage mindset, and it's really sad to see as a grown-ass man. You're telling her that you love her. You guys literally, honestly, just met, and then you just left Courtney, and you just got done telling her that you loved her as well. It's like, when do these mind games and this, emotional back and forth ping pong stop with men? Like, I don't understand what the point is. Like, you're telling Diana one thing, you're telling Courtney the other thing. That's why Diana is upset with Colt for having to come back to the States to get his leg surgery, because she knows that he's gonna see Courtney. So it's like, she does not trust him. I will always forever be confused with Courtney and Colt and everything they have going on. It never makes sense to me. And then Courtney tries to, I guess, stick it to Colt to make him jealous, I think, telling him like, oh yeah, I'm getting all this attention on these dating apps. I've been going on so many dates. All these men want me. And Colt is like, oh yeah? And then trying to ask her about it, but she wants to play coy. And I'm like, Courtney, I don't think this is helping the situation by any means. If you don't want anything to do with this man, why would you want him to be jealous about anything? Wouldn't you want him to be as far away from you as possible? Once again, I'm not getting it. Colt then confirms, yes, I have been going over there and sleeping with Diana the entire time. We've been having sex, bumping uglies the entire time. And Courtney in her confessional was like, so it was me. You know, we had all these intimacy issues. We didn't, vibe the way that he did with Diana sexually. So it must have been me. And that, again, has me irritated. I'm like, girl, this has nothing to do with you. Colt is the problem with everything to do with this equation, period. Getting over to Sophie, she's going on her date with that rando that she linked up with or connected with on that dating app. And she's worried that he might be a catfish, but he ends up being the exact opposite. And I was like, he looks way better than Pedro in my opinion. I was real surprised of how fluent of Spanish Sophie was speaking with him, and she was able to communicate with him a lot easier than I was expecting. But they are having a good time, they're vibing well, but off the bat I can just tell this is more of a physical attraction versus like you intellectually wanted to get to know each other on a deeper level and really spend that time, getting to know each other. It did not give that off the rip. It just really seemed like they had more of like a sexual attraction, because now he's over here taking his shirt off and she's over here touching his abs, and I'm just like, where did this come from? Why are we ending up taking our shirt off? And then they end up like making out, sucking face, and I'm like, you didn't give any of that to Pedro. And he was over here trying to like, once again, yes, love bombing, but his intentions were to show you that he had feelings for you. He wants to get to know you. He wants to show you that you're special, XYZ. This man takes your shirt off and that immediately gets your tongue down his throat. I don't get it. I don't get it, Sophie. It doesn't make any sense. And then once she starts to realize, this is more of just a sexual attraction. We don't really have any other chemistry going on. I kind of miss Pedro. I was like, whoa, girl, pause right the fuck there, because you made it real clear to Pedro you didn't want to have anything to do with how quickly he's moving in this whole process, and he was going too fast. You wanted to basically have your options be open. You wanted to be out there and see what's out there and be single and XYZ, and you kind of kicked him out to the curb, hurt his feelings. Now you get what you want. You find out from this experience it's not as good as you thought it was. Now you're gonna want to go back and backtrack to Pedro. I can't wait to see this next episode and see how bad of egg she's gonna have in her face when he tells her, nah, I'm good. And I think that he should tell her, I'm good off of this, because she had the opportunity to continue on building whatever they had, and it seems as if they at least had a connection going where they mutually liked each other. They mutually wanted to get to know each other. This guy seems like he wants to fuck and be done with it. So it's like, hello, priorities. Sophie, like, you want to be in a relationship at some point, you need to be figuring out what's more important to you, because this whole thing about wanting to go out here and be single, do that, yes, but you can't be over here like hoping that Pedro kind of stays in one spot for you while you go out there and do your own thing. That's not how it works. She really gonna say at the end, she hopes he gets over himself and realizes what she did was not that big of a deal. Are we being serious? Sophie, you're delusional as fuck if you believe that makes any fucking sense. You want him to get over himself? Are you for real? He feels like you essentially like slapped him in the face. All of his efforts went to shit. You didn't appreciate anything he did for you. And then now you want to backtrack when you realize the grass wasn't greener on the other side for this situation. Now you want to go back that way. Like, I don't know if anyone else kind of felt like caught off guard when she said that, but I do not agree with it at all. Next. So we're getting over to Gino next. He gets on a FaceTime call with Natalie, and he says they haven't been talking much since the last time they've seen each other, and it's been over a month, which has me kind of surprised, because the last time they were together, from the last footage we've seen, at least it seemed like they had some sort of a bond that was strong enough to at least continue with contact. So to hear they don't have any contact, I already knew it was going to be up. But Isabella's feelings have not changed towards Gino, and Natalie acknowledges she should not have rushed into having them meet. She goes on to say that she wants Gino to put in the work to prove to Isabella that he's changed and he'll treat Natalie right, X, Y, and Z. And when Gino responds, it really caught me off guard. he basically tells her like, yeah, I've been thinking a lot about this and I don't think we should go on and continue this. I think we should be good friends. I was like, huh? Gino's breaking up with you, Natalie? This is embarrassing.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I was like, you're getting friend zoned, and you can just tell on her face, she was like, what? I was not expecting that. And honestly, on one hand, I kind of applaud Gino for not continuing on with the relationship, because I think it's real bizarre for Natalie to say that I'm basically giving all the power to my daughter to have this relationship go forward regardless of how I feel about you. You know, it's like, yes, I understand that's your daughter. You don't want to compromise that relationship for your romantic partner, but also she's a grown adult. She should understand that you want to have love just like she wants to have love. She should not be able to control and dictate who you're with just because she doesn't like them. That is so selfish to me. But I agree with how Gino was saying, you know, it doesn't feel good that Natalie is not making this decision on her own as a grown woman. She's giving that to her daughter, and her daughter is never going to give Gino a chance. So it's kind of like a lose-lose either way. And Natalie is like stunned. She's caught off guard, and she thinks that because Gino is breaking up with her, he doesn't want to put the work in to like win Isabella over. And it's like, why does he have to do that? Why does he have to win over your daughter? It's like, it's not like Gino is going to be a father to your daughter. She's an adult. If she was younger and he was going to be a father figure in her life type of thing, I would more understand. But she's in her 20s. Why the fuck does Gino need to convince her of anything? Honestly, I don't think Gino owes Isabella a damn thing. He owes everything to Natalie, the one he's in a relationship with. So yeah, this scene was interesting. I'm interested to see what direction Gino is going to go in next, because Natalie's been in the picture for a while. I hope Gino is just single. Like, just live your life, Gino. Go out and travel, do something else. But the dating does not seem to be working for you. Next, getting over to Vanya. She is now on her Europe trip, and we get some footage of that. She seems to be enjoying herself and having a great time until Tony starts blowing up her phone and ruining her time immediately. So Tony and Vanya get on FaceTime, and Tony explains that he doesn't feel like Vanya's been making him a priority. He doesn't like the quick 5-10 minute phone calls while she's on her vacation trying to enjoy her time. He wanted her to be on the phone, like, I'm assuming for hours. Like, how much longer do you need? Let me enjoy my time. Damn, that had me pissed off. Like, Tony, get the fuck out of here. Like, he's over here like, I feel like you want to be single, and it just makes me not trust you. And I'm like, so do you want to have her location? You want her to have a mini camera on so you can watch her at all times? What is it? This shit is so fucking annoying, and it was weird, and I was so pissed off for Vanya. Vanya's pissed off, and she's calling out his toxic behavior, but she wants to compromise and work with him and understand where he's coming from. And honestly, I feel like Tony wants to water Vanya down. He knows before they got together, she was this fun, free-spirited, real, outgoing, adventurous person. And now that he's with her, he wants to put her on like this leash. He doesn't want her to go anywhere without him. He doesn't want her to go out and be social and be who she is. He wants her to kind of lower herself here, because that makes him feel better about himself and the relationship. Like, I don't know if anyone else is seeing that, but that just makes me like, ugh, like go, because you knew what you signed up for before you got here, and now that you have her, it's a problem, and you don't want her to be herself. Like, I will never understand that, and I honestly feel like Vanya needs to get the fuck away from Tony. Next, so now we're getting back over to Kim, and it was one of the better scenes in my opinion of the whole episode. But she's getting ready to go on her date with Wayne, and she's getting a little bit nervous. She's overthinking. She just wants someone to love and accept her for who she is. But when they actually do meet, he's not too much like shorter than her. He's like right here to her forehead. So I don't feel like the height should be much of an issue, but this is where he is taking her to the train for them to get on. And when they get there, he makes a comment in his confessional, talk about I just want us to get comfortable with each other first before we start getting sexual and getting in the bed. And I was like, what? Why are we already talking about getting in the bed, Wayne? Like, shouldn't the mindset only be on getting to know this lady that you just met 5 seconds ago? I don't get that. I don't know if that should be more of a red flag to see more of his intentions, or if that's just, like, yeah, I don't know what else to explain why he would say that. Like, you guys just met 5 minutes ago, please. So getting to the train date, it is so cute, and I was like, I want to do something like this so bad because the vibe is just so relaxed and peaceful. They have their little crumpets and tea, and she confirms from him that he's the only one that she's the only one that he's dating, which gives her the opening to start letting her feelings get more invested and involved, and she starts to open up to him a lot more. And he seems to really like her as well. Since their date ended up so good, she plans on introducing Jamal to him tomorrow, so that's probably gonna come up in the next episode. Next! So now we get over to the last scene of Courtney and Colt. And Courtney goes on this date with Colt to hear him out, and she also wants to get the free food. But Colt is talking to her and telling her, yeah, I've been sleeping with Diana, but we don't have this connection. He says, get this, he's telling Courtney that he misses her and he basically is asking her for another chance. Are you fucking serious? Colt, like, you have to be just completely dumb and delusional, and I don't know whatever la la land you're stuck in, but for you to think that you can do all the things you've done to Courtney and then have the audacity right after confirming you've been fucking on some other girl that you cheated on her with, mind you, you are now asking her for another chance? Are you fucking dumb? And Courtney, I was so at least glad to see and hear her response was, fuck no. I'm not going to continue on wasting my time with you knowing nothing's gonna change. And I'm like, girl, you should have already known that, so I'm confused why you continue to waste your time with him. Why are you on this date? You could have, the free food is not worth it. I'm gonna continue on. I don't get it. I don't get it, Courtney. This was not needed. You already got whatever closure, quote, you needed after you talked to Debbie. Like, that whole conversation, I feel like should have been the end of anything else to do with Colt. So I will forever be confused why she continues to say, you know, in my heart, I still have feelings for him. I still love him. Girl, what was there to love? Like, I don't understand where are the attributes? I only see negatives. I only see red. I only see red flags. I don't see anything about Colt. Not one thing can be listed off about him that's positive from what I can see. Courtney's emotional talking to Colt about this, and she tries to set clear boundaries with him. And she says that she wants to help him, but she wants things to be strictly platonic. They're only friends. Don't try anything funny. And I'm like, why are you offering any help to him, Courtney? I don't get it. It's like you want him to continue to play in your face, play with your emotions, manipulate you. But that is gonna wrap up this episode. In the next episode, Vanya is meeting Tony's family and they're super religious. She is not, so that's gonna be very interesting. Courtney introduces us to her new boyfriend. It's this crinkly old white guy, and don't understand, Courtney, where are you finding these men? I don't get it. And Sophie and Pedro meet up, and Pedro is fired up, and I cannot wait to see how that conversation goes. But let me know how you guys felt about this episode and how you felt about Courtney and Colt in the comments down below. But if you did like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!